Good morning, children. Now today we are going to start our new chapter, that is comparing quantities with using proportions. Yes, comparing quantities using comparing quantities using proportion. See, you know almost what is the ratios, proportion and the direct proportion, and also indirect proportions, what is the unitary method, and also we have learnt in previous classes that in previous classes means you have already learnt in 7th class that ratio. Yes, ratio and unitary method. Yes, and proportion. Yes, and also direct proportion. Indirect proportion. And also principal method. Yes, already we have learned in 7th class. Yes, you are familiar with 7th class. These were ratios, unitary method, proportion, direct proportion, indirect proportion, and also principal method. That is amount of cost. That is A is equals to PVR by 100. How to use a percentage also we learned. Percentage also we learned. Now here comparing quantities using proportion. Here before going to the comparing quantities using proportion, just we revise what is the ratio, how it is going to be indicated, how it is going to be read, everything we just revise it again. Okay. Now in ratio, how many quantities are required? What are the quantities? For example, you take the A and B are two quantities. A and B are two quantities. How the ratio is applied? How the ratio is denoted? The ratio is denoted like this in two dots in vertical position. Okay, in vertical position the two dots, that is the ratio it is indicated like this. And also now here A is to B and it is read as A is to B. The ratio it is applied like this. The ratio A is to B it is applied like this on a two quantities. Okay. And also proportion. What is proportion? Yes, proportion. In proportion, how many quantities are required? In proportion, how many quantities are required? 4. A, B, C, D. Yes, these 4 are two quantities in this. But how many ratios are required in proportion? Two ratios. How it is going to be applied? A is to B and C is to D are the two ratios. Yes, for this we are going to apply a proportion. What is the symbol of proportion? Like this, two dots in a vertical position, that exactly 4 dots should be used. How it is going to be applied on A is to B and also B is to D, that is proportion. Yes, A is to B is as B is to C is to D. A is to B is as C is to D. Now here in ratio we have learned that A is called first term and also first quantity, and B is called second term and second quantity. Yes, and A is to B. Here first quantity, first term is called antecedent, and second quantity B is called consequent. Yes, understood how what are the ratios are applied on the quantities, how the ratio is applied on the quantities. Now proportion, how the ratios are applied on this, and also how the is as that it is denoted, the symbol it is denoted like this, proportion. This is read as is as, this is read as is as. Okay. Now this A is to B and B is to D. This first ratio, this is the second ratio, and this is first term, this is second term, this is third term, this is fourth term, and also totally how many terms here? How many quantities? 4 quantities. Here A is to D is called extremes. The proportion is found by the A is to B and also B is to C. That is A into D and B into C. That is B and C is called, B is to C is called means. B is to C is called means. Here the quantities are used in the proportion. Okay. Now by using these quantities, these comparing quantities using proportion with the ratio and the proportion, with the unitary method and the direct proportion and indirect proportions are used. How they are going to apply? Yes, and also we know the quantities are going to be applied in a unitary method with the only one unit. For example, if there are 360 pence, Nana. There are 360 pence. For 360 pence, we know the cost of 12 pence. Yes, first 12 pence equal to 360. Then to know the cost of 12 pence, what is the value? First we have to know the first unit value. First 1 pen how much? We have to know the value of 1 pen. Afterwards we can do the 12 pence. The cost of the total cost of pence something, the amount if they give, then what is the total of the 12 pence if they give, we can identify with the unitary method. That is 1 unit. Okay. And in the direct proportion, the quantities, if the increases in one position, then other quantities. For example, if you purchase the books, the cost of books will be increases when books are more. If you going on increases the books, going on purchasing the books, the rate also increases or not? The cost of the books also increases also not? That is only direct proportion. Yes, and vice versa, that is indirect position also. If you increase going on cost, if you take some amount of cost, if you increase the rate, automatically the quantities also increases or not? That is nothing but direct proportion and indirect proportion. Here in the principal method we have learnt about PTR by 100. The percentage, how the percentage is used in percentage is used for the amount of the cost, where the amount of cost is used. We are going to multiply with the 100. We are going to multiply with the 100. And at last the total amount will be presented in the given percentage. Okay. And also the amount PTR by 100. The principal method PTR by 100. Where P is called principal, T is called total, and R is called rate, which is going to be multiplied with the given percentage. Before we have to know the value of percentage given, we have to know the profit and also profit price and also cost price also we have to know. Yes, and to know the loss or gain, loss will be identified with the cost price, that is cost price minus selling price, and also gain will be identified by the selling price minus cost price. By this we will be getting a loss or gain, and we are going to show in the percentage. Okay. Now how? Yes, everyone remember this again. And now going to how to compare the quantities using proportion. How we are going to use the quantities. If the simple ratios are expressed like a single ratios as the ratio of product of ancillary to the product of consonant, and we call it the compound ratio of the given two simple ratios. Yes, till now only we have learnt that with the simple ratios, how they are going to apply with the two quantities. That is A is to B. First one is called antecedent, second one is called consequent. Okay. And A is to B and C is to D are in the two ratios. The compound ratios are called proportion. See, A is to B and C is to D are these two ratios. Where the two ratios are used in the proportion only now? Where A by B into C by D. Yes, A by B into C by D. That is A into B. C is as to C is to D. Where AD is called extremes and BC is called means. Okay. When you compare the percentages with the 100, the word percent means every 100 or out of 100. That is 100% means out of 100. That is 100 by 100. That is 100% equal to 100 by 100. Okay. Now, it is also a fraction with denominator. Discount if it decreases, percent of a market price also present. The rebate also discounted. Yes, like direct proportion and indirect proportion. See, if you want to simple interest, in simple interest what? PTR by 100, where P is called principal and T is called time and R is rate. It is divided by 100, that is a percentage. Amount compound interest also allow you have to earn interest on interest. Now we are going to identify the cost of interest, the simple interest also we are going to be taken by the percentage. Amount at the end of years using compound interest, that is in the presence of years, the compound interest are going to be used P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 10. These are the compound interest formula. Okay. Yes, sir. The time period after which interest is added to principal is called conversion period. When interest is compounded half yearly, there are two conversion periods in it. Years after each 6 months. In each such case, half year rate will be half of the annual rate. For example, golden ratios, that how they are going to be half of the rate. Yes, now 16, 615 is to 1. Yes, 1.615 is to 1. So it is a ratio of yearly. Then an ancient Greece artist and architect believed was a particular rectangular shape, then very pleasing to the eye for rectangles of the shape and the ratios of along a side. Roughly, they are giving the amount of the cost of a rectangle or whatever, any shape they are going to be, roughly they are going to be added with the compound interest with the how much they are saying 615 is to 1. Okay. Now we are going to compare the quantities of using the proportion like this, and we are going, everyone note in the classwork, and what are the ratios are going to be applied and how the quantities are going to be used in the given exercises. We see in that exercise how they are going to be applied also. Yes. And each method, how they are going to be compound ratios, how they are going to be the given ratio is to be converted in the compound ratio, and also how we are going to estimate the percentage of the given rupees, of the given cost, and also how we are going to fill the selling price for each, how we are going to find the selling price to each. And there are some of the examples also in our daily life for the compound ratios. Examples of compound. To compare the ratio of tickets of 8th class students, boys and girls, that is 3:4, and the tickets of 7th class is 4:8. The comparison between two situations is 4 men can do the piece of work in the same work. 6 men can do in 8 days. Time, distance, speed, and men, days, their capabilities. Yes, these are the some of the examples of compound ratios also. In this exercise, we are going to identify the percentages and selling prices also. We have learned the how to apply the selling price and also gain price. Yes. In these there are some of the two. In these there are some of the working problems also very important, Nana. For this we are going to find the compound interest also. The problems we can see in the next class. Only introduction class is of ratios and proportion, unitary method, how they are going to be applied on each and every case. Yes, in each and every case how they are going to be applied. How the ratios, how the quantities are used in the ratios. In the compound ratios, there are also relation between the ratio given cost. How the rate they will be given. We have to find the compound ratio with the quantities, Nana. With the 4 quantities or the 2 quantities also may be given. We have to find that. Okay. And also in direct proportion and indirect proportion also, how the quantities are going to be applied and how the cost is going to be increased and how the quantity is going to be increased. Indirect and indirect, it is also used in the compound ratio. And we are going to see this, we are going to estimate the percentage of a given amount also. And we are going to see the profit, loss, gain, and also selling price, cost price. If they give the selling price, everything will be given in the question only. We are going to identify the cost price and selling price. From that we are going to find the profit, gain, and at the last we are going to find the percentage also. Okay. And more in this chapter, they are going to compare with the quantities, and in some examples they will give only cost. For that we are going to find the we are going to express in the selling price, at the same time cost and also profit percentage and also loss percentage also we are going to identify by using the formula. Okay. More here we can see the amount calculating by 1 plus compound ratio, that is we have seen 1 plus R by 100. We are going to see the rate and the principal of the time. Okay. Percentage we are going to multiply with the given. How many years? Years also. Years are based on n. Years are considered to be n. Okay. And to calculate the interest on rupees of a given period, and also here we are going to use this formula P into 1 plus R by 100. P into 1 plus R by 100. Okay. Understood everyone? How we are going to apply the ratios, how we are going to use the quantities in using proportion. By using proportion, how we are going to compare the proportions in a given, how cost it is given, how we are going to express how we are going to estimate the percentage also in the compound ratio. Yes, these are going to be applied on the given quantities now. Here everyone I'm going to share these key concept in the group. You are going to copy in the classwork, Nana. Okay. And remaining exercise 1 and exercise 2 we are going to see in the next class. And I hope everyone understood. Nana, remember you have to remember these are mainly thing: ratio, unitary method, proportions, direct proportion, indirect proportion, what is the formula of amount, how we are going to use the compound ratio formula, and what is the selling price, cost price, and also gain price. Everything we are going to find by using these formulas only. What are the each quantity is called in each formula. In each formula we are going to call that. How we are going to denote that? Very important. Is to and is as also very important. Is to is applied on the ratio and is as is applied in the proportion. Don't be confused that. Four dots can be seen in the vertical position. In the vertical position, four dots can be seen. That is called as is as. We are going to apply in the proportion. There, in proportion, we are going to see the more four quantities. The four quantities are ratios only. For two ratios. On two ratios, we are going to see the four quantities. Okay? And in the ratio, we are going to see the ratio symbol. That is to symbol. It is called is to symbol. There we are going to use the two quantities. Okay? Everyone understood? I hope everyone understood this class, and in remaining we are going to continue our exercise 1 and exercise 2. Okay, thank you.